Good morning, it's Yvonne back to do your bonus read. We're going to use the Albano Rider-Waite Tarot for this reading. It's funny because I always say to people, like sometimes I do the readings and while I'm doing, I rarely remember the reading later, but while I'm doing it and while I'm in the moment, of course, I can feel the energies. Sometimes the readings don't mean as much to me as they may mean to other people. I know that because you write to me and tell me, which is always awesome because I sort of gain a better understanding of where people are on their journey. And sometimes the readings rock me too. And I feel like sometimes I am so lucky. And whether it is luck or not, I don't know. But I'm so grateful to have this opportunity to be able to bring you these messages. Sometimes they just change everything. They change everything for me. They change the way I see things. They open me up to new things. Such beautiful energy. All right, let's see what else is going on here. Well, there we go. So we have the Devil card coming straight out. I heard another reader talking about the Devil card the other day and I so appreciated what she said. The Devil card is an incredibly beautiful card, but we don't see it that way, do we? Because we see things as being good and bad, which is not about what tarot is about. It's certainly not a tool for frightening people. It is not a tool for warning people. There is no warnings here. There are merely messages that come through that help you to see the way forward. You can interpret those messages the way you want, but it's not about anything bad. So the Devil card for me is one of the most descriptive cards in the deck. It is the one that for me carries the most messages. It is about ego. It is about, I want to say, self-deception. It's anything that goes to extremes. It's about obsession over the top things. It can talk about addiction. Wherever we as human beings take things too far down a pathway where we need that little bit of energy to see how we can pull ourselves back. But mostly it's about the ego energy. It's about understanding that we're all driven by some sort of primal impulse. And some of us can't cope with that, so we use other things to help us cope with that energy. So for me, sometimes it's spending too much. Sometimes I just get bored and I think, new tarot deck. And I tell myself that's okay because too many tarot decks are like too many shoes. It really doesn't matter in the whole scheme of things. If I'm not here tomorrow, at least I've had what I've bought. So I do like to buy things, I do. But then we have to stop and look back and think, why am I like that? So it's a lot to do with my upbringing and my early years until I started becoming more independent and looking after myself. And there were big struggles right the way through. So I guess, if you've had a life where you've been limited, you do tend to sort of overcompensate for what you haven't had. So what we see here is two people chained together, and they are chained to this energy underneath the devil. So there is something here that is keeping you chained to something that you are being told here that you do not have to be chained to. If you have a look at the people here, their chains are really loose. They could take themselves, they could remove those chains at any time. But they seem to like it there because they have these devil horns, which sort of says to me, somehow or another, they've sort of assimilated themselves into this energy. So it's something you feel very comfortable with. Well, does it have to go? Well, maybe it does go if it starts to affect other people. If it's affecting only you, maybe you're happy to put up with the way you see things and do things. Nobody's judging you for that. But I'm saying to you, if you want to escape this energy, you can. So, when I see the Three of Swords, I know now that it's something that you want to turn your back on. Either you could be addicted to people, addicted to love, addicted to any sort of energy that's keeping you held back. But whatever this is, it's creating pain for you. You may be addicted to a particular situation. You may be addicted to a person. You may be addicted to a way of doing things. But whatever it is, you can free yourself from it. And I always think when people say, but I don't know how to let it go, I don't know how to do that. And the first thing I say is you've got to want to. Because if you don't want to go, you ain't going. So ask yourself why you're staying would be a better question. Ask yourself why you're putting up with it if it's creating this energy for you. Because you're certainly dissatisfied here. You're not happy with what you're being offered. You're not happy with this situation. So maybe it is time you consider whatever this is it doing you good or not? Because you're being asked here to accept something better. But because what you've taken in the past has not pleased you, you're still not understanding how to take something more. And that has to go. So it's sort of a really interesting energy here. I feel that you're learning perhaps that you don't have to put up with things that you don't like. You're learning to put up with things, or learning how not to put up with things that create pain for you. But the question you have to ask yourself is, do I want it? Or is it feeling good for me? Because you have 3 of these down here. So what are you holding on to because it makes you feel good that isn't good for you? Because there's some sort of addiction here, some sort of energy of holding on to something here that is no longer serving you. And for many of you, it's still these patterns that Spirit keeps talking about. So some of you are still in a pattern of doing things and not really realizing how to change that. But like I always say, you've got to recognize the pattern before you can change it. But you have the power to change it here. And there's the ending. Beautiful. And it could be to do with love. Rightio, let's just get into this a little bit further. There is a pattern here that you've been holding on to. Now, it could be a person. If we have a look at this, it could be a person, it could be a way of doing things. For some of us, it is the way we see love and the way we love others. This can be about codependency. It can be about narcissism. It can be about how you see love. Okay. Whatever this is, it is causing pain for you. It is causing some sort of pain. But you keep taking offers, or you keep accepting it because somehow or another it just feels comfortable for you. But the universe is saying here, there's another way of doing things. There is a brand new way here. You just have to let go of the old. This is about letting go of whatever it is that's been holding you back. Now, for me, the Ten of Swords is very much around some sort of negative way of thinking. So maybe many of us still haven't actually got to the bottom of this. Maybe you don't think you deserve love, so you're hanging on to an idea of love that really doesn't serve you. Okay, because we do have some energy of love here, and we have this beautiful energy of the Queen of Cups. Now, usually I see the Queen of Cups as a person, but I don't feel that this is a person here. I feel this is energy. And it's like, what are you doing? Why do you keep doing things this way? Are you over-loving? Are you over-giving? Because the Queen of Cups has so much love there. But we have to remember to keep the lid on that cup. It doesn't mean we can do it for everybody. It doesn't mean we can just keep giving our love out for no return. Because we need to keep some of that for ourselves. And maybe that's your lesson here. Oh, I love that. It's just a complete slap of energy. This is about being more grounded, being more in tune with your universe, understanding who you are. This is a much more grounded energy when we come to the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Cups is all about love. She's all about giving. And sometimes we have to channel our Queen of Pentacles, and we have to keep our feet on the ground, and we have to see things for what they actually are. Oh, look, to bring in a wish. This wish card has been coming up so much lately, and I feel like somehow or another you're wanting to manifest something. Maybe you're wanting to manifest love, but you may be holding on to an old way of doing love or being in love, because somehow or another a dream's coming true here, a wish is coming true. But there is something you need to let go of first. Let's see. All right, so we have the beautiful Knight of Wands coming rushing in here. This is passion. This is passion, determination, it's heat. It's wanting, it's desire. It's fire. And it's coming towards you very, very quickly here. I want to say to you, are you always picking the same person with a different face? Because that's what's coming up for me here. Are you always drawn to the rebels, the players, the hard, the non-committing type? They may be like this energy where they're fun to be around because they are so wild and hard to tame. Are you keep heading towards this energy? Because I feel like the universe is going to show you something new here so that you will stop following your old patterns. The Knight of Wands for me is that rebel energy. It's that quick in and out. It's the fun stuff. It's not the committing type. So you've got some sort of choice coming through for you here. That 3 of Cups coming through again and the 8 of Cups. So there's definitely some sort of energy here of walking away from something you've been doing a certain way for a long time. Something is giving you the choice here. Perhaps you're not recognizing something here. Makes me want to go back to the drawing board, that's for sure. And like I always say, sometimes the readings miss me completely and other times they hit me really hard. So I feel like there's something you're doing here that you're doing in a way that is not serving you, but you're not seeing it still. And I'm so drawn to the purple in these cards again. So there's something here about not using your intuition when it comes to perhaps romantic love. Because you're moving away from something, you're walking away from something. There's the Queen of Wands again. She figures very, very much in the readings this week too. There is some sort of change coming through though, because we have the Death card here right in the middle of the reading. There is something here that you have to let go of. You are walking away from something. Maybe it's something that you've hung on to here. I need to get deeper on this because the 7 of Swords is coming through. So it's something about people deceiving you here. But I don't think they're deceiving you in an evil way. I think they're showing you something here with the Lovers card that you're believing to be true. Let's just pull some more cards. All right, so we have the King of Swords coming through with the High Priestess. Yeah, I thought it might have something to do with the way you see things, or your interpretation of something here. Your interpretation of the world. You're cycling something for sure that needs to be closed out. But I do feel you're right on the edge of this. You're on the sort of precipice of some sort of new realization here. Because I feel like you're cutting something out. You're cutting some sort of energy out. This 9 of Swords energy here. All right, let's have a look. There is something, some patterning, some way of doing things, some way of seeing. It might be codependency. Could be that you always deal with narcissistic types. Maybe you always find that certain people are more attractive and you're drawn to those people. Whatever it is, it's causing you pain. And I don't think you're happy with the way things are going. The universe is saying it's the end of this cycle. You need to close it out. You need to let go. What is it? Are you always pulling in people that aren't right for you? Are you always feeling like that's all you deserve or that's all you've got access to here? But when I see the 2 of Cups, I feel like it definitely has something to do with love. And they're asking you here to be less in the Queen of Cups energy and more in the Queen of Pentacles energy in order to see your wish materialize. What are you doing here? Dooley. Knocking things over. Let's see what's going on here. Okay, so we have the Five of Wands coming through with the Fool card. Yeah, you're about to see through something here. It's going to rock your world though, because the Moon card is here. So it's something that you have not seen before that is being shown. This energy I love. All right. So what I see here is some sort of contemplation going on, some sort of overthinking about something. I feel like you're ready to take you're maybe at the right on the edge of recognizing this pattern for yourself, because there seems to be time out here to try and heal something. And then I see this and I think the universe is amazing. They're about to shine light on something here, something that's hidden within you that you are not seeing for yourself. You know, sometimes people say to me, I don't know what the pattern is. I don't understand it. And I think, I don't know that everybody does at this point in time. Maybe you're all starting to see things a little differently now. But certainly something here is being revealed to you with the sun over the moon. Something is being shown to you that's going to give you a lot more happiness once you see what you've been doing up until now. Now, if you haven't seen it and you do not understand it, then ask yourself, am I ready to open up to that? And it's that whole thing of asking to see your own magnificence. Something is about to be shown to you here that's going to help you see why you feel trapped in some sort of energy, especially with that Devil card. Now, for some of you, it may be about codependency. There's a change coming. Wow, that's going to show you a truth. For some of you, it may be a simple thing that you're doing. It may be something simple, but whatever it is, it's creating something for you that you are not happy with doing. You're repeating a pattern of something that's hurting you in some way, shape or form. Maybe you're always questioning who you are or where you're going. I have the card of Wind coming through here. It is the card of 9 again. We've been getting a lot of them lately. Wow, this is a really big one here. All right, be ready. The symbol of the wind represents the element of air. It rules communication, thought, song, and inspired ideas. It also signifies change with qualities both positive and negative. The wind blows from each of the 4 directions, and there are 4 different qualities bestowed by each. South is carrying a new sense of trust, helping you gently begin to discard habits and parts of you that are no longer needed. West is calling you to more introspection, to a willingness to make final decisions, to let go of attachment and ego desires. That's so perfect. North is moving you to bring wisdom and strength. East is carrying clarity of vision and purpose, which is the Ace of Swords energy. Whichever way the wind is blowing for you, the message which the wind whispers or shouts is a challenge. It may take courage at first to turn and face the wind, but you will find exaltation in moving towards it and receiving its lessons. See, I told you it's right here. When the spirit of the wind comes calling, it is a sign of change. Perhaps you need to change your mind about something. Perhaps an old way of doing things has become automatic, and now that you've gained greater clarity, you can make a new choice. Regardless of what the change is, you can expect to be understood and to have clear communication with others at this time. Ideas are solid, and the shift that is being called for is for the highest good of all. Wow. Oh my goodness, how could you not be grateful for this? This is amazing to have that card come through. It's on its way, whatever it is. If you've been questioning what you are doing to not be able to move forward on your path, you're about to get the answers. Have a fantastic day.